what is the, and I'll put it in quotes, ideal duration for a comprehensive course on transforming organizational culture, leadership, or both?
An actual course to teach people how to do this?
Yeah, so I'm saying if you go into an organization and we're talking about, let me qualify comprehensive in that they're, let's say they're at zero for argument's sake.
Okay.
That is, they need the whole kit and caboodle. They need everything to be done. As you already acknowledged, it's never done. However, getting them from train wreck to, okay, they're on a good trajectory, and then we might do intermittent check-ins every quarter or year or whatever. So that getting them from train wreck to on the right path, only needing
So
check-ins
at least on the
occasionally.
rails. Well, look, this is very, very difficult because I think the work that I do is very different. My approach
Hmm.
is very different. I do 90-day culture transformations.
Okay.
Um, and the reason why I'm able to successfully do that is because I combine the data that we can get from Team Foria, from the technology that we have, with
Hmm.
neuroscience and hyper personalized leadership development. So
Hmm.
we don't have a linear change plan.
Hmm.
We get the data and we go and change and develop and teach and coach and everything what needs doing, where it needs doing,
Right.
whilst also reinforcing some of the structures. So my answer would be, if I have the full buy-in, the tech and the structures that I need, I can make miracles happen in 90 days.
Right. Okay. I like that.
Because we're using an agile approach. And again, and because we're working with personalities and things, you as a manager here with your profile and the data in your team, you might need intervention A, but not B
Hmm.
and C. So
Hmm.
we're not going to waste time taking you through A, B, and C when you only need A, you know.
Right.
Um, so we deploy what's needed where it's needed, and we
Right.
do so simultaneously and concurrently. So
Hmm.
it's not a linear waterfall thing. It is an agile cyclical
Right.
thing, and we have a season of change. Um, so that is very doable, but there's things that I need to have in place before we do that. Realistically speaking, that doesn't always happen. We don't always have the leadership buy-in. We don't always have the tech. We don't always have the data. Um, it takes a minimum, in my experience, from train wreck to seeing some change. It usually takes about six to 12 months.
Hmm.
Again, depending on the organization, the size of the organization, the buy-in from senior leadership, and the tools that we have at our disposal, and then also the other pillars that we need in place, like performance management, like talent management. If we're going to continue to hire, fire, or promote the wrong people,
Hmm.
it doesn't matter what leadership development we're doing. It doesn't matter what technology we're using to gather data. We're going to keep on having the same problem because we're continuously recognizing and rewarding the wrong stuff.
Yeah.
Um, so there's a couple of levers that we need to work with to work miracles. But yeah, it can be done, and it has been done successfully in 90 days, one quarter.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to read back. I summarized what I understand. So here's an opportunity. I'll admit that I am not perfect and I am subject to errors. So here we go. 90-day culture transformations with leadership buy-in and a strong assessment. Otherwise, 6 to 12 months. And of course, this is still, let's call it comprehensive initial, because realistically, as you said, there's always going to be some ongoing component.
Yeah, I think that's the quickest we can see turnaround in a team.
Hmm.
If we're working directly with the leader and just that team, the quickest we can see a massive turnaround time will be 6 weeks.
Hmm.
So yeah, I would say that you summarize that pretty, you know, pretty well.
Arigato. Okay, and then I'm gonna add that other thing. So, but 6 weeks maybe for a team, yeah, because you're
Individual
talking about
teams, yeah,
right, a smaller entity
yes.
for an individual team.
Yeah, because
There we go.
it's I mean, you know, there's beliefs we have to challenge and change. There's behaviors that we need to put in place that we need to repeat because else it's just the one and done, you
Hmm.
know. So if you're taking a manager who never has check-in conversations with their team, never really speaks to them about how they're doing, never does anything around continuous improvement, never does any reflective practice, anything like that, you know, they're not going to buy that the manager has really changed in 6 weeks because it's going to be a couple of one and done things. But when it
Hmm.
starts being repeated and we survey those employees again, that's when we start seeing the needle shift. Yeah.
Right. Well, that's the one thing that really took me back. I've only listened to one book by Marshall Goldsmith, but I really loved what he said. And that was, I don't get paid unless the reports of the leader who I'm working with basically gives him passing marks on the changes that needed to be done. That is, he doesn't get paid unless the people who report to his client say, yes, they're doing well now, they're getting better, whatever it is. There's criteria, and the criteria are not coming from the person who needs the change. They're coming from the person affected by the changes or the people affected by the changes.
Yeah.
I just so admire that accountability in a world where it's like, well, we do this and then, it's not our fault if it doesn't work. It's like, well, it kind
No,
of is.
it's
Otherwise, why are you there?
yeah. Well, our thing is kind of, we say we don't get paid, but I mean, ours is, we'll give you your money back. If you've done everything that we told you to do and that we taught you to do, and the marks are not better, we'll give you your money back, you
Respect.
know?
That's what we need to
Because,
do.
yeah, that is what we need to do. That is how much we believe in what we do.
Hmm.
And, if you work with us and you do all the things and it still doesn't work, then I'm really sorry. Then here's your money back. Sorry for
Right.
wasting your time, Yeah.
It's like if you are so confident, and so few are, right? A lot of people, it's like, this always works for everybody. And it's like, so in other words, if I don't get the results I want and I've taken the behaviors or taken the actions you said, you'll give me my money back, right? It's like, oh, well, no, we can't do that. It's like, then you aren't really as confident as you claim to be. It's like, put up or shut up is really the way I think about it. If you're so confident, why does your confidence disappear the moment?
When there's money involved.
Yeah, the moment that you actually have to do it from the other side. You
Yeah.
say you guarantee the results, except you really don't guarantee them, and you blame
Yeah.
the client.
Yeah.
You're right, you can't make them do the steps, but if they do the steps and it still doesn't
And it still
work,
doesn't
now
work.
you are accountable. Thank you. I
100%. Yes. And you
I
will
love
get your
that.
money back. Yes. That's how I work. Yes.
I wish more people were that way. And people go like, oh, well, but people will, just cheat and take advantage. It's like the numbers on that are diminishingly
Oh, so low.
small.
And honestly, if that's your vibe and if you can live with yourself,
Hmm.
and be that out of integrity with yourself,
Hmm.
that you want to get a whole 90-day culture transformation project for free,
Hmm.
and conspire to lie on such a massive scale,
Hmm.
then I wish you all the very best of luck with your future endeavors
Yeah.
because
You'd be
you're going
better
to
to
need
walk away and
more
just give
than
them the money. It would
exactly
not be
you're
worth the
going to
fight.
need more than just the money that I'm going to have to pay you back. You're going to need way
Right.
more than that,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
yes, we give
Exactly.
you back your money and we'll walk away, but that's never happened, so yeah.
Right.